Good morning guys, it's Tuesday and today I'm going off to Coloplast because I'm doing a conference, like I'm being a guest speaker for one of their sales conferences, so I'm very excited but very nervous. So it's basically me just talking about what's my experience and stuff, like I did when I went over to do my case study interview, but this is in front of like 80 people. So, a bit nervous, but should be fine. So we're packing for staying over at the place where I'm doing the guest speakery thing at the sales conference for Coloplast. I'm really nervous about today. I know all I'm going to be doing is talking about myself. The amount of vlogs where I've just been rambling anyway, it shouldn't matter, but I'm still really nervous. And it's like, even though these people want to know about what I've gone through, I'm still quite kind of nervous, and I know it's not going to be a big, it's a big deal in the sense that I get to kind of, sorry, that was the cup. It's a big deal in the sense that I'm able to share my story with the people who work at Coloplast and who deal with with customers every day. You know, if they have an insight on what it's like to be one of the people that they speak to, whether it's, you know, someone in the sales team or someone developing products, whatever, hopefully it gives them a good insight. And even though they'd have that insight anyway, you know, they go through training and everything, sometimes it's easy to forget, and I hope that it helps them kind of have that good relationship with their customers and in turn provide a better service. Even though they provide an awesome service anyway, but you know, just improving on perfection, like myself. So yeah, nervous but excited. So we're just in a bar and we are waiting to meet Natalie. No?
Going to meet me in reception.
We're going to meet Natalie in reception, and then we are going to go and look at the room, do a few practice runs I think, and then it'll be showtime. Hello! So, didn't actually manage to film any of the conference. Thanks, honey. But it went really, really well. I was very nervous getting up in front of 80 people, and I had my PowerPoint presentation to kind of flick through, and yeah, it started off very shaky, very nervous, but then as soon as I kind of got into a couple of slides...
Oh, I've got to start the car.
Once I got into the first few slides, I kind of eased up and didn't panic as much, and it actually worked out really well, and people laughed at the right places. There were not jokes, but you know, humorous things, and people laughed like they should have done, and it was just a really nice kind of relaxed atmosphere. And actually at the end, when I'd finished and said thank you, they actually gave us a
the windscreen's there. Bloody hell.
At the end, when I said thank you and stuff, they stood up and gave me a standing ovation, which I did not expect, and I got almost cried, but I didn't. I just got quite teary, and
Oh, she was close.
I was close to crying, and it was just a really, really amazing night. And then we had dinner, and I got to talk to a few people. People came up to me and were saying, you know, they were moved by my speech, and it was just a really, really, really great night. So yeah, we're now off home.
Bye.
Bye. Typical. Bye. Hey guys, so it's really windy. I'm hoping you can hear me and you're not just hearing the wind. But yeah, I've got back from the sales conference for Coloplast. I'm still kind of reeling from it. I never really kind of went into detail of what I said. So I started off by sort of talking about me, you know, where I live, you know, the fact that I'm engaged, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, and I have Crohn's disease and I have 2 stomas. And it's kind of I give the story about, you know, what happened, how I got ill, and all the sort of ups and downs with my surgery, and the difficult time with the recovery, because it was a long recovery. If you've read my blog, you'll understand. Yeah, I went through some very bad times. So kind of went about, you know, told them about that. Told them about the fact that now I'm stronger and I've overcome so many obstacles. I feel more confident as a person now than even before my surgery and everything. And it was just nice to see their reactions, really. They were kind of like, some of them were shocked because I did put pictures up of like when I had my midline pop open. I put the pictures up on the projector and they were like, but yeah, it was quite funny. They kind of, I heard gasps and then kind of like, oh, okay. She had to deal with that, so it was interesting. It was great. And then obviously afterwards, got to meet a lot of the people as well, and it was nice to kind of actually speak to the people who work at Coloplast, or who actually provide the service that I love so much and the products that I love so much. It's nice to actually meet the people behind the company, if you see what I mean, So thank you very much, Coloplast, for not only being a great company, but giving me the opportunity to share my story, and I'm glad that it was able to affect people in a good way. It's a very difficult story to think about. It was not a happy time for me, but somehow it's turned a negative into a positive. So thank you very much. Anyway, I'm going to go because we are now watching Game of Thrones, catching up on TV, and then having a nice rest of the week off.